My phone's not wanting to work with me this morning. Stupid thing. Whatever. You want to be hell like. Good morning, guys. Just thought I'd say hi. Tired still. Wow. Here's a royal mess this morning. Got time to get a haircut, I'd say. Probably about time to get a haircut. My hair does not want to do what I will do this morning at all. But then again, I don't have my brush or comb with me. I get my brush and comb. Morning, morning, morning. Anybody gonna come in? I know it's early yet. It's way early yet. Sun's just coming up. Watching the fish a little bit here and there. They're jumping some. Listening to the birds. Everything's just waking up, including me. Come on. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Anybody out there this morning? Or are people mad at me or something? Normally there's people come on. But, I don't see one person at all come in yet. That's crazy. Wish people come in so I can actually finally thank them. We had so much going on Saturday and yesterday. I wanted to. I wished y'all would come in so I could thank y'all. let you know how I feel about what y'all did for me and Flo helping me and all. I mean, y'all are fucking awesome people. Uh, I never expected y'all to help me like that, and I was hoping to that y'all would have at least let me do that. But I'm sure everybody's wore out and from the weekend and everything. I know it's been hard for everybody this weekend. I finally got a thing where I can mirror videos, and I'm starting to get them mirrored. Um, I'm putting them in a private spot, so just in case later on these videos might be needed or whatever. Uh, you never know when videos the originals might be seized. Uh, I I'd like to make sure that y'all understand the government can take them originals quickly. If you put them in a private spot, they cannot be taken. Um, not without them actually physically showing up to you and asking you to remove them from your phone or from your device, whatever you use, to computer or whatever. Um, that's another good thing about a private setting. Uh, um, yeah, I'm pretty sure these auditors do know that. Um, but yet, I want to make sure I got a backup copy just in case these auditors need it later. Uh, so, uh, you never know. It might come down to that. Um, we've seen how crooked Leon Valley is. Uh, uh, there ain't no other department out there that I've ever seen that's even as crooked as them. So don't put it against them to their their counterintelligence. Don't put it against their counterintelligence to try to steal their originals, um, unless they have them in a secured private setting. Um, and unfortunately, they don't, and that's why they seize their phones. They're going to try to get rid of them originals. Even the live stream, they can get it. Uh, they just need to go through the government to get it then. And as we've seen, the FBI and I don't even know why anybody wants to talk about the Texas Rangers, um, uh, or any of them want to help. A cop is a fucking cop, and they're proving that. Um, Cops are going to help cops, period, in the statement. It don't matter what branch they are in, from the FBI on down. They proved that with this incident here in Texas, there in Leon Valley. They proved that. I have not seen any FBI. I've not seen any Texas Rangers. Everybody keeps saying they've talked to them, and they seem to have turned a blind eye to this incident, or just blatantly don't give a fuck. So we got to back up our auditors, even though our auditors think they got it under control, it's always good to have a backup. You can always delete it later. Um, just put it in your private settings and then you can get rid of it later if need be. Keep it 5, 6 months. Just make sure they have it, you know. Um, what happens in 5, 6 months if you ain't done that? And they start putting the call out, hey, did someone by chance keep this that happened at Leon Valley, or this that happened at Leon Valley, you know, or this that happened at Alma at Alamos Park, whatever. If that comes up, and you ain't done that, and it defeats the purpose of even mirroring a video. So it's good to have many records in a safe, tidy little spot. The cops do it all the time. Why do you think they get 4, 5, 6 freaking copies of everything? They got many records of the same thing in a safe, tidy little spot, um, in many different places. We need to think the way they do. It may help us and benefit us in the long run. We need to make sure that we keep in mind all this stuff. So if you mirror a video, go ahead and put it in your private settings. So no one has to watch it. No one has to see it. Just put it there. And then if the call goes out 6, 7 months, 8 months, whatever later, you can say, hey, yeah, I got that. Here. And send them a copy of it, or however you want to do it. You know, you might let your phone or whatever be missed into court, whatever. That's the way I look at that. I would gladly do that for them, and for what they're doing. I'll give up a phone for a while just so they can have their evidence that they need. So I'm sure some of these folks are getting their stuff put into safe, tidy little spots. But let's still make sure we got them backed up. You know, cops do it. Why don't we? Let's not just say one device or one person, whatever, has it. Passwords can be changed by the government. They can block your total account. Um, they can do many, many things on these channels. So, uh, uh, and you ain't got nothing to say about it because the government owns controlling interest in most of these things. The government owns controlling interest in Google. The government owns controlling interest in Yahoo, or not Yahoo, YouTube, excuse me. Government owns controlling interest in Facebook, Twitter, uh, um, all them little accounts, or not accounts, excuse me, all these places that we use for social media. They got controlling interest in it. They say what happens on their sites, uh, not you, unfortunately, because they own them. So if, let's say, I have one and 20 other people have it in a private setting, which they are not supposed to be able to look at in your private settings. And that's their disclaimer, and that's also the law. Excuse me. Uh, then they can get a hold of one of them 20 people, or put the call out saying, hey, we need this so we can take it to court as evidence, whatever. Uh, Someone could step up and say, "Hey, I got that." Um, that's just the way that goes. I wish y'all were here and popping in my live stream to hear me speak about that. I'll gladly uh, repeat this again if need be. But two, and two of which were taken. And Gotti had the backup. He had someone with a backup private. They put it in their private. Uh, uh, they put it in their private uh, settings on YouTube after they mirrored it. And guess what? They got it missed in the court, and then he shut down the problem. The county cops had a big problem with him in that area. They took him to court over it. They stole all his information off his phone, including from YouTube. That wasn't in private servers. So don't think they can't do that. It's doable, and they'll do it in a heartbeat. Oh, excuse me. Good morning, Gen T. How are you? Hopefully later on today, Flo's going to help me out, and you will be one of my mods on my channel, Gen T. Uh, I asked Flo to set you, Tay, China, and himself as mods on my channel. So I hope you don't mind, but I I would hope y'all would do that for me. Be a moderator for me. I asked Flo to set up you, Tay, himself, and China, uh, yeah, as my moderators in my channel. Okay, good, good, good. I'm going to keep it low on my numbers of mods. I ain't going to do the over influx of mods um, or anything. I just I just decided I just want a few mods. If I ain't big enough to have 500 mods, so I figured four would be a good start, and we'll go from there. And that's what I'll do. Uh, hey, there's two people in here. You came in and then you brought someone with you, evidently, Jen. Don't know who it is, but you brought someone. You had three trolls last night. Some fucked up shit. These trolls are getting out of hand. I'm telling you that now. Uh, damn trolls, I hate them. Maybe it was a blessing Wolfman didn't put me as a mod on his channel when I asked. Seems like everybody that became a mod in that in his chat has now got all sorts of trolls being stupid. That's probably pretty damn smart of them because they would have been thrown out pretty quickly anyway in your chat. I know that. Uh, I'm sorry, I kept falling asleep in your last chat. I fell asleep like 3 times on you, so I had to go on that last chat you had. I'm still tired, but I ain't had my first cup of coffee yet. I'm being lazy and ain't started a pot yet. I've been sitting here watching the fish. There's little bugs right now on the water. I've been watching the fish come up eating the little bugs on the water. It's pretty cool. God dang. If I keep growing this beard, it might be as long as Freeman's one day. Oh, your hubby just left for work? We met, while we were talking, Copper did a live stream and we missed that. He said it was pretty boring, but I don't care. I like to try to support him. He's normally in my stream all the time. Or in Flo's or in yours or in somebody's. I always see him when he gets a chance, and I would have loved to have supported him. I hated that me and you missed that, but I did at least comment to him and everything else, and I also uh, uh, told him I was sorry for missing his live stream. So sort of hungry also. Oh, your dad's a GC Top beard? That's funny. Yeah, yeah. Look for it. It wasn't much. It was a cop showed up in the parking lot and he videoed it. He was pulling over a truck. It wasn't nothing big, but still, hated missing it. Uh, Copper's a good guy, you know, and at least he was still videoing a cop. Yep, it was a cop watch. That's exactly what it was, Jen. I'm gonna have to go down here and get some coffee started. I am needing coffee badly. Got 3 people in here now. At least that's what my phone says. Uh-oh, one left. As soon as I said 3, one left. All right, the second one can come on now. They can say hi too. Don't be shy. I don't bite. I don't have no teeth to bite. I'd have to gum you to death. I'd have to gum you to death if you, so you don't have to worry about me biting you. Hold on 1 second there, Jim. No spell on my butt. Well, I had a cup. Well, yeah. I had a cup. Hey, I got 2 likes, so evidently someone likes me. They came in and liked. They ain't talking, but they liked it. I can rotate the device. Nope, he don't like it. um, I downloaded a little video also that y'all might want to go take a look at. Um, one for you. One of the likes is from you, and then the other one's from someone else that ain't talking evidently. I guess they're scared to talk. But I appreciate them giving me a thumbs up, whoever it was. But yeah, I downloaded a video you might want to go take a look at. It gives a very good it gives a very good view of a person and what he thought about what was going on in Leon Valley. And if you support that, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. I can tell you now the reason I downloaded it is I think all auditors need to watch it and see how he felt about what they did. And how he thought Walmart was more important than what they were doing in Leon Valley. So, and I would hope he would come into my stream and talk to me about that and let me tell him how I felt about that. Because he'll get an earful that he don't want. So, if you want, go ahead and take a look at it, and whenever you want to do that. Yep. HBO Matt was the original one that I got that. Well, I think he mirrored it too. That was from HBO Matt's channel, and I thought it'd be a very interesting thing for people to watch and see how Mr. FH thought about us. Yeah. and how he thought our auditors were just breaking the law, and how he thought Walmart was more important. So, yeah, I was a bit pissed off over that. And then he said he supports our movement. Wow. That's some pretty compelling evidence to me that he don't support nothing we do, if you ask me. Did you watch it all the way through, Jen? Yeah. Now you see how he feels about our movement, and now you see how he feels about our auditors. And there's your true right out of his fucking mouth statements. And if Fat Boy ever wants to come to my channel, I'll talk to Fat Boy. Pot, I think you might be right. I don't, but that's my way of thinking. Uh, I ain't gonna say he did or didn't. It's just the feeling I got. But when you see something like that, he says he's here for the movement. He's here for the movement. He's here for the movement. And then you see Walmart was more important than the movement was. And he said they evidently broke the law. That's why they are being arrested. Well, that right there admits it. That's right out of his own goddamn mouth. Oh, you don't know if he admit. We don't know it if he admits it. That he is the one who actually helped get the arrest set up. You're right. I understand that. That's why I said it's just my personal way of thinking. Um, that's my opinion about it. Uh, I won't say that and if I'm wrong on that particular part of it, yeah, I'll admit I'll admit when I'm wrong. But that is also my personal way of thinking. I glad I ain't the only one that thinks that way. Uh, but he did just prove he don't care for our movement, and he don't care for our auditors. He proved that with them statements in that video. That I do know, and that was out of his mouth. And if he's got a problem with me saying that, he's more than welcome to call me. He could get the number from Jen T. He can get the number from Tay Lynn, and go ahead, give me a call. I guarantee you won't walk. He won't walk on me like he's done Black Label. He won't walk on me like he's done Patrick. He won't walk on me like any of them others. I'll promise you that. And hopefully Jody will be here, or Joe. I call him Joe, but other people call him Jody. You seen Jody Fryer in the chats, and I can use his phone to record the conversation, and then I'll put the recording right back on this phone, and I'll let y'all listen to the recording. So, Mr. Hemming, you're more than welcome to call. I told if you watch this video, I told you how you can get a hold of me. You can get the where you can get the number from. All right, Jim, no problem. Actually, I would hope. Actually, if he calls, give Jody's number for him to call me on, and then I'll just record it straight on this phone and then put it on YouTube for y'all. Or whatever. Hey, Eggs. How you doing this morning, Eggs? Hope everything's good. I hope everything's good for you too, Pot. Sorry we poked fun a little bit at you there, Pot. When we with that bicycle helmet. But we did it all in fun, bro. We love you to death. I'm telling you that now. I don't blame you if you just got off work. I'm doing pretty good. Eggs, I'm doing pretty good. Even though I found a video that I didn't appreciate of Felipe Hemming, I got it downloaded. You can take a look at it. I mirrored it. It shows how he felt about our auditors, and it also shows what he felt was more important than our auditors. So, yep, sure is. I can't wait to see you wearing it too, bro. I cannot. But yeah, you're more than welcome to look at that, Eggs. Please do look at it. You'll learn something about a lying piece of dog dung. So, wow. Good morning, people. I see there's a few more coming in. Don't be shy. You can talk. All right, Eggs. Yeah, if you're having problems like Pot is, go to HBO Matt's channel. That's where I got that. That's where I got that video from. So check it out. If you can't hear it or whatever, check it out on HBO Matt's channel. That's where I got the video from. Eggs, I sort of envy you in a way. You know, I think it's awesome you got yourself a farm like that. I grew up on a farm. I loved that life. It was great. I used I had when we were growing up when I was growing up I think we had like 800 chickens. We had like 20, 30 goats. We had horses. We had ferrets. We had cockatoos. Yeah, News Now. Uh, yeah, he even said he was going to mirror that um, and put it up. So yeah, I sort of envy you on that, eggs. And because I loved growing up. You said when you said there ain't nothing better than the smell of a fresh cut alfalfa hay field. Oh my God, you ain't kidding. I love the smell of a fresh cut alfalfa hay field. So I have I have smelt that smell before. It's an awesome smell. As a matter of fact, I cut my fair share of alfalfa hay. So I used to have a job. I used to go to different farms and cut hay for different people. It was really nice. I loved that job. There's four people in here, and there's like three talking. So who's the other one? You don't have to be shy. I can't bite you. I don't have no teeth. But yeah, I used to do that type of stuff too, eggs. When I was growing up, I loved it. I loved it a lot. So yeah, I know you can't afford them anymore. That's the problem, eggs. The the seed is so expensive anymore to even plant stuff. If you have to fertilize the ground, it's fertilizer's fucking outrageous. Um, I mean, it's gotten to the point you can't hardly afford to have a small farm. Either that, or people are too lazy to want to do it because it's a lot of work, and I know that. I know the work you got to put into to keep your farm going. So uh, and people would rather go do a 9 to 5 job, and which is a lot easier work than it is to do a 24/7 job, basically. And that's what a farm is. If a farm's a 24/7, 7 day a week adventure. That's another thing. You ain't kidding on that, eggs. And they did that to help try to get rid of the small farms. That's part of the indoctrination they're trying to do, I believe, uh, to try to get us into a slave society again. If you can't feed yourself and don't know how to feed yourself, uh, other than going to go to a job that they want you to do. Uh, they, in essence, just made you a slave. That's why I'm damn proud I was brought up the way I was in the Native American community. And I learned how to live off the land that way. Um, so if I had to, if the world right now went to shit in a handbasket, I know I can survive. And I know how. Uh, so, yep, you're right, Eggs. You're right. They want them gone. They don't. But also, think about it though, Eggs. If every if everybody knew how to do their own farming, uh, and knew how to take care of themselves, and knew how to be self-sufficient, like most farmers are, okay? And I'm talking little farmers, not big farmers. Little farmers are very self-sufficient. If they could get rid of that, how easy would it be to control the population? If they can get rid of self-sufficient people that can take care of themselves without asking for help in any way, shape, or form, how easy would it be to control them people? So, honestly, that's one of the easiest ways and forms to control a people of any race or form is to cut off their food supply. Uh, many battles have been won by doing what they call a siege tactic and running them out of food and water. Siege them, excuse me, to where they can't get out, they can't do nothing, they can't get any food, they can't get any fresh water. Eventually, they're going to come out or they're going to die. So, many a battle have been won that way. So, that's it. So why? So yeah, that's why they're pinching out the little farms because the little farms are what scares them because they are very self-sufficient, and they also know another thing about little farms. Most of the people that do little farms are willing to help out other people too, and they've seen that too. So, of course, they want them gone. So that way, that's one less problem they have to deal with. I I have seen that. You're right, eggs. You're right. And let me tell you how quick and easy. Let me tell you the quickest and easiest way to make clean water. You may laugh at me, but they teach this in the Marines today. Okay, the Marines are taught this every day. Um, it's one of their basic survival skills is how to make clean water. You take your pant leg, okay. First, you make a fire with hard wood. That means oak. Yeah, and everybody's got a drink too. You're right. But you'll die quicker from dehydration than you will from not eating. So, uh, but that's why I said, let me tell you how you can make some clean water. It takes a little bit, but it works. And the Marines are taught this every day on basic survival training. You take hardwood like oak, okay? You make a small fire. You get the charcoal out of that oak that's left, okay? And then what you do is you put a layer of charcoal in your pant leg. You tie your pant leg shut. Put a layer of charcoal, put a layer of sand. Put a layer of charcoal, put a layer of sand. Okay? Then you run your water through that. You just made yourself a charcoal sand filter. And it comes out as clean as any water you'll get from your tap. Uh, and it won't give you the dysentery. It won't give you diarrhea. It won't give you anything. I know. I did it for 6 months. Um, that's how I got fresh water uh, for 6 months. Living out in the woods one time. So it works and it's very efficient. Just keep that in mind if shit ever hits the fan. You can get clean water easy. Um, Food, yes, you're right. Food's going to be a big thing that people's going to need. Hey, Brian King, how are you, bro? Welcome to my stream, bro. Yes, eggs, you're right. As a matter of fact, by doing what I just told you, you make that sand charcoal filter and then you boil that water. It's called distilled water. That's how they make distilled waters. They run it through a filter first, then they boil the hell out of it. So you just got distilled water that way. You're unblocked then, Brian. That's great. I'm glad you're unblocked. Good, 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 good. It would have been shitty if you could not live stream for 90 days. I would have been upset about that. Uh, because I like going into your live streams, Brian. You have very good live streams, and I like it. I like how you do your live streams at times, especially like you were being a hub for us the other day. So we didn't have to be in other people's live chats that were going 100 mile an hour, and we were able to actually come to another live live feed that wasn't as bad on the chat. Right, right. That's what got me. I'm like, because I know they didn't do anything to mine, and I know they didn't do anything to News Now Houston's disclaimer. They didn't do anything to my disclaimer. Um, I, that was blowing my mind. I was like, how in the hell did I'm like, what the fuck? When Tay Lynn's doing that, I'm like, how the hell? What the fuck? When she was telling us that happened, you know, I didn't know what the fuck. I'm glad you got that. I'm glad you got that problem fixed. I'm all right, eggs, no problem. I'm sure you were. If I'm sure it pissed you off to no end, bro. So that's the way I look at that. If I was pissed, I'm sure you were pissed. uh, That's fucking awesome, Brian. You deserve it, man. You're really great. You're great for the community. You're helpful for the community. You do a lot for the community. Uh, that's why I get on people that start jumping on you for for stupid shit and things like that. I'll get on people quick over that. Um, and and I have. I know I've been blocked by about 6 people now, so because of it. So I don't care though. I know what you do and what you've done for the community. Um, bro, you I'm like I said, we had a rocky start. I've said that before. We had a rocky start, but once I actually got to know what you do and what you've done for the community, oh my God, you're one of the biggest helpers out there, Brian, and you're awesome. Uh, so if anybody has a problem with Brian King, they're going to have a problem with me. Um, so that's it in a nutshell. Uh, I, yeah, I get. Well, I didn't see that, but if I would have, I would have been telling them that they were fucking wrong. Uh, I mean, look what he's done. I mean, come on. And I mean, he's gotten people out there with interviews. I thought that was great, personal, in depth stuff you did, Brian, with them interviews. I agree, Brian. I agree wholeheartedly. Yes, he does, Gen T, and I've seen it. I had a rocky start with him because I was stupid and only watched his old stuff first, and then I made an opinion on that. I didn't watch him. I didn't watch all his stuff all the way through, um, and I screwed up there. And when he told me I needed to go back and watch stuff all the way through. I'm glad I did because damn, uh, the big change in the man, that's for sure. And then now I get to see what he's doing for the community almost every day. He's doing something for somebody somewhere, uh, in some way, in some fashion or another. So now, if anybody's got a problem with Brian King, I'm going to be one of the first ones to defend him if I see it. I promise you that, guys. So, by the way, by the way, Brian, I did a mirror of a video I'd like you to take a look at. Um, it's about Mr. Hemming and how he felt about what our auditors were doing this weekend, and sort of pissed me off. Um, Hemorrhoid. Why'd you crack me up? Felicia Hemorrhoid. um, I'll tell you what, I don't care if I have one sub or I got 5 million. I ain't gonna turn my back on people. I'm gonna do what I'll keep doing what I keep doing. Uh, and do it the way I want to do it. That's it in a nutshell. So I agree with you on that, Brian. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Brian. Okay, I must have, when you commented, I must have been live streaming. When I live stream, a lot of times I don't get my notifications. Uh, I don't know why. It's stupid. It's just YouTube and their bullshit. One of these days, they might actually get something working right. You're right on that, Pot. Uh, but I don't rightly care. If a cop wants to troll me, have fun with it. They ain't gonna like me. I agree, Brian. Uh, I agree with you wholeheartedly. It is one of those things. That's why I was just like blown away when Bao came into my channel the other day. That shit just blew me away. Because I'm not used to them bigger channels coming into my channel. Uh, so when Bao came in, I was like, holy shit, you know. But I like Bao. I always have liked Bao. I've been a Bao supporter as soon as I watched him doing what he was. The first thing I saw was him taking on that court. And I've been a Bao fan and a Bao supporter since. I try to get everybody going as best I can. Uh, but I'm getting to where a few more people are knowing me at least, you know. Oh wow! So so they're actually giving you free publicity, huh, Brian? That's fucking awesome of the sheriff's department, if you ask me. They're giving you free publicity there. Because they told me they follow. So they told me to my face that they follow it. They were trying to intimidate me, I think, but I didn't give a crap. I still ain't stopped. I wish they put me on their Facebook page, though. Damn, I'd love that type of free publicity. Maybe it might help supporters. Would that be something? Oh, and me and Gen T had this talk last night, but don't let anybody tell you that ain't effective. Okay, here's the deal. They confiscated the phones with the original recordings, or not recording, the original downloads to YouTube of their live stream. Okay, the cops did at Leon Valley. They may never even see them phones again. Okay, evidence gets lost every day, and we know this for a fact. Um, so you never know. They may never get that again. Get them phones back again. Or them cameras back again. All right. chances are that probably will get back, but you never know. As crooked as fucking Leon Valley, yes, and then also putting them in a private store is also important. The reason it's important is don't think the government won't do this. They can do this and this. Uh, the government can go onto YouTube and pull the videos that we have mirrored if they're not private. They cannot fuck with your private stuff. They can take your non-private, your public stuff off. And I seen it done. Yes, Brian, that's very smart. Very smart. So keep that in mind, guys, if you're mirroring. And you never know. I said their evidence that Leon Valley, as crooked as they are, that evidence might get lost and never returned to the rightful owners. Okay. Well, here's the thing. If they get a court case against them, and now they don't have their is that better, Brian? I hope so. Normally I got a pretty good signal right here. But yeah, make sure you keep that, because let's say, okay, let's say in 6-7 months they got a court case against Leon Valley, and they still ain't had their shit returned. What's going to happen? They're going to be asking the community if they mirrored this, if they and they have it uncut. Okay, if you mirror something, don't cut it. Don't have a don't do your whatevers to it. Have it to where it's uncut, because cut videos can be questioned. They can question that, and then it won't be admissible into court. But you could help them auditors out later by having the mirror for them to present as evidence later. Okay? So keep that in mind. So don't let anybody tell you mirroring don't help. It might not have helped in the short run, but in the big picture and in the future, it may help. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. Don't let anybody tell you mirroring's not going to help. It might just help in the long run. That's all I got to say about that. I just wanted to pass that on. See, here's things cops do. They keep many copies of a document in different places, just in case one burns up. Let's say for somehow the city hall burned down, okay, and they had a document there, but they got it over here in in a different records area. They could still get that same document out of that other records area. You see what I'm saying? The computer systems might glitch out and get a virus, whatever. But they still got that paper document later on to fall back on. You see what I'm saying? We got to think like that ourselves, so later on we can help them auditors. Keep that in mind, okay? If you're mirroring stuff. I know Brian knows what I'm talking about, I'm sure. That's why he's got about 6 or 7 or whatever he said, different places that he's got it stored in, which is smart. Um, so, and later on, it might become an appreciated thing. Just because Jen had someone tell her that it didn't help. That's why I wanted to say that this morning. It might not help. It might not have helped in the short run. Okay, but the short run ain't what we're looking at now. That's all over and done with. The short run's done and over with right now. Okay, I'm sure there's probably going to be more stuff happen at Leon Valley. But at this point in time where we set, it's done. You gotta. Okay, top hatter. You can get a 128 gig to 256 gig USB drives dirt cheap. All right, thank you, Brian. I'm glad to know that. Um, like I said, I'm gonna try to get me a little laptop as quick as I can, and just so I can take stuff off my phone and put it onto the laptop, and and do it that way, so I can get things like that stored myself in different places, like you're doing. Right now, I'm all I got is I can put it in my private settings, and all. There you go, Pot. That's a good idea. Uh, I, I would also maybe even suggest using some, them little memory stick things that you can get that you can download stuff on. I'd even suggest using them to put stuff on. That way, it's easier to ship if it's needed later on. Uh, but yeah, Jen had someone sell them that. Oh, are there? Okay, well, I need to look into that, Brian. I didn't know that. I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to electronics. I'll tell you that now. I'm trying to, I'm trying to get into a more modern world as far as that goes. Uh, so I will look into that, and I'll probably get that. Yeah. Oh, okay. The sticks. Yeah. Yeah. Them little sticks are great. You can hold a lot of shit on them too. That ain't no lie. So it's a good thing to have. But I'm just looking out for. I always look at. I try to look at the big picture of things and what can be needed and might need to happen later. Um, so and that's the way I I'm I'm conveying that message. Uh, I like I said, Gen T had someone tell her that the mirroring didn't help. Yeah, it did not help at all in the short run. Okay, but the big picture is this. Now we got to look to the future. Okay, so yeah, wow, that's a ton of freaking videos there, Brian. Damn, but you do great work, bro. I appreciate you on that. I really do. I've been watching some of the stuff you and Taylin has been doing. It's freaking awesome. I love your openers for your live streams and your stuff like that. Um, I love how y'all do that. Y'all freaking rock in the video department. I'm telling you. So but I'll be looking into getting trying to get some things for my phone as best I can, so I can even start putting it on flash drives. That's the word I was looking for. Flash drives. Okay, Brian, no problem, bro. And Pot, I'm glad you're here too, bro. You you're awesome. I love watching your morning videos where you go for your walks or your rides, bro. Shit's awesome. Uh, I've always liked watching that with you. Well, hello, Rising Sun Media. How are you, hon? And I don't know what phone you're looking at if you're calling me handsome. um, your dog's freaking out. You should be sleeping. Yeah, I understand. I know you do, Pot. I love, but I do. I love watching your stuff. I love being there with you. I sort of hate that you sort of had to go on a. You're having to not do as many videos, but I understand. You know. You just coming on too early, Pot. I think that's why I get such low viewer counts too. It was a lot of times I come on early and all. So I understand, Pot. I understand, bro, on that too. I can understand that's why you had to also cut down on your video time. That sucks, though. Oh wow, eggs! That's awesome. That's a freaking. I bet you that was a cool one to see. I missed that one. Wow. I wished I could sleep that late. Sometimes if I get 1 or 2 hours sleep, I'm good. Oh wow, that would have been cool too, Pot. I would join your stream on that. As long as I'll tell you now, that's as long as flow if flow ain't there. Man, if I tell you what, most nights I get about an hour and a half to 2 hours sleep, and I'm up again and going. So that's that's just my life. It's been that way since I was a kid. That'd be an awesome, Pot. I'd love to sing that. And if you ever did it again, like I said, as long as Flow ain't on, I'd join your string in a heartbeat. But I'm gonna go to Flow's first. Uh, uh, Nothing against you, bro. Just I got used to going to Flows at night. I'm a creature of habit. But I want to tell y'all, thank y'all for all your support. I want to tell y'all, thank y'all um, for getting me all that stuff you got me. And I'm glad. I can't wait to see Pot running around with that bike helmet. That's gonna be so cool. I I, I can't wait to see that. One of these, I need to get out on that bike. Y'all bought it for me, and I ain't even left the river. But I was gone for like uh, almost a week off the river, so uh, a while back. So I ain't I'm hanging at the river for a bit. you know. I have a buddy. He's wanting me to go down a. He's wanting me to ride a bike trail with him and all, and which that's going to be freaking awesome. That he was going to let me borrow one of his old beat up bikes. Now I don't have to worry about borrowing his old beat up bike. I'll have my own. So I'm so proud of that bike, guys. You don't even know. It's a Schwinn. Uh, um, I don't know how many speeds it is, but it's got gears on it and things like that, and it, it's got 4-ply tires on it. Uh, so them bike tires ain't gonna wear out anytime soon or anything else like that. Yeah, I didn't even check that out. You might be right, Pot. But see, this ain't a mountain bike per se, so it might have less gears. It ain't a mountain bike, so I ain't sure. I haven't really looked at it hard enough. I've been chilling out here at Joe's place last couple of days. He's about to go back up. He's about to go back on the hill. Yeah. Okay, it's a 5-speed Schwinn. Okay, cool. Uh, but but since I'm going to be when he goes back, I'm going to stay out here on the river. Then I'll be able to ride the bike some. I'll probably ride the bike some and things like that. You'll get to see me riding a bike. I haven't seen 007 in a while, Eggs. You're right. Come to think about it. Um, Anybody know his info? Can get a hold of him, see what's going on, maybe? Uh, Maybe later on I'll try to get a hold of Flo or Tay and see if they got his info and see what might be going on with him or whatever. But you're right, I haven't seen 007 in a while. Hopefully, hopefully they might know how to get in touch with him, or maybe even know what's up with him and all. I hope he's okay. Yeah, I'm hoping Flo does what he says he's gonna do. Yep, a beach cruiser swim. Yep, that's exactly right. Um, I was about to just say something before I sing that. I hate that when I'm about to say something and it slips my mind. Oh yeah,
You hope Flo does something.
yeah, yeah. Hopefully Flo or Tay will be able to get in touch with them and all. You cracked me up, bro. My phone fell over. Dumb thing. Let me put it in my little stand Joe gave me. Oh, stand's nice. There we go. Hey. That works better that way. Morning, Joe.
Morning.
Joe is alive, y'all. Yeah, ouch your head, you're right. I dropped y'all. That sucked. I didn't mean to drop y'all.
Yeah, he did. So he's laughing about it.
Yeah, that's why you need the helmet, huh, Potts? Me dropping you. You gotta seek safety from me. Damn, I wish my back would pop. I need to check something here real quick, guys. Yay! All right, mine's doing good. Let's see here. But yeah, I'm glad, bro. I wonder too, Potts. That would be freaking awesome. I can't wait to see you riding around with that. I really can't. That's gonna be so fucking awesome. A lot of crows out today. A lot of them. But yeah, hopefully Flo sends that soon. You hope it's a mullet and mohawk. uh, that's gonna look good, I'll tell you. But yeah, I showed Joe how to get to sub to different channels and all. So y'all probably be getting a sub from Jody before long. You never know. Did you get to get on live when we were doing when Flo was here with me, Pot? If not, Joe's my friend. He's a good friend of mine. I met him. He was one of the first people I ever met when I first got out here on this river, and one of the best people I know. and so if you see him, don't he. Well, all right. Hopefully you got to see him in the background. He was the guy in the background behind me and Flo, and at one point, Tunis even got him to throw stuff at us. So, but, yep, he sure was. He was the one steering the boat. You're right. Hey, guess what? You're a YouTube star now, Joe.
All right.
But in a good way, not in the way the cops become YouTube star.
Right.
You're a YouTube star in a good way.
Right.
There was at the top of Flo's stream, max people he had 35 people. So 35 people saw you that day, and that ain't counting all the rest of the people that's watched him after he's downloaded.
Right.
Yeah, after it's been put on YouTube as a download. So, not counting all them. So, Pot, no, I haven't. That was my next video I'm going to watch. As a matter of fact, bro. I'm still. I was trying to catch up. Like I said, I was a week off the river, and unfortunately, out there where Jody lives, the internet don't work so well out there. I think it's because we're pretty damn close to a tower. You know, if you get too close to a tower, it'll actually make your data run slower. Well, I think it's because we're pretty damn close to a tower and all. And needless to say, I had a lot of videos to catch up on. And then Friday and Saturday happened. So I was not really watching videos. I was watching what was going on and things like that. So needless to say, that's why I was haven't gotten to that part yet. Wow, they were outside their jurisdiction and pulled someone over. Oh wow, they can't get. I don't think they can give the guy a ticket. They'd have to let the cops of the jurisdiction come in and give that guy a ticket, wouldn't they? Oh, that sounds like a great lunch. Eggs, Parmesan chicken, and garden fresh green beans. Oh, damn, that sounds good. Don't it? Parmesan chicken and fresh green beans from the garden. Hell yeah. I think she is a lucky woman, Eggs. Yeah, that's because they know they were outside their jurisdiction and couldn't legally pull the man over, is what it was. And then oh, I love that. Have the day you deserve. Hell yeah. I can see why you use that. That's a kick-ass saying. But they ran because they had someone been pulled over outside their jurisdiction, and then you caught them on video on it, is what it was. More tyrants being tyrants. I can't stand that shit. I'm getting, it's very upsetting to see that shit. Good. You probably saved that guy a hard time, Pot. And I'm glad you did. That just saved that man from having a hard day. Boy, I am so glad HBO Matt turned me on to that DU recorder thing. Now I can actually mirror videos. The only bad part about the DU recorder is when you're doing it, you got to do it real time with it. So they told the guy that you were their biggest fan, and I said no, they are my biggest fan. That's funny, Pot. That is funny. Cops hate a video camera. And that right there is the reason why they hate them. That type of shit is stupid. You should have seen the fish jumping this morning.
Yeah, I can see jumping up at him.
Yeah,
There's still some over there along the bank over there.
Right. They were just right here jumping. I mean, right here, right beside the boat.
Yeah.
While I was talking. That's funny. That is funny, Pot. That's good. Like I said, you probably saved that man a hard day. And you probably saved that man a few bucks. So, that type of shit needs to quit now. But that right there is why cops are getting to the point they're hated so bad, you know. The shit they're doing at Leon Valley, the shit they're doing everywhere like that. That's why cops are hated so bad anymore. And they wonder why they are hated. Well, I'm glad of that, Pot, because that type of stuff is wrong. Honestly, I think they should do away with all that bullshit for cars and things. If you want to drive and take your life, I think if you want to drive and take your life into your own hands, drive and take your life into your own hands. There shouldn't even be a law one on the books about frickin' driving. There shouldn't, and all that. Yep, you're right, Pot. There's going to be more and more people turn on them. Uh, I'm, I'm just waiting on a lot of these people that try to support them. Uh, have them turn on them. You know, one of these days, they're going to turn. They're going to turn on their supporters even because they ain't going to have no one else to turn on or whatever. Uh, or their supporter did do something wrong, and they want to do something against them for it. I've seen that actually happen to people. I have a friend that graduated law school, and he told me I should become a magistrate, and my tagline will be "No victim, no crime." Amen to that, bro. Yeah, you're right. And that's the way it should be. If there's no victim, there should be no crime, as far as I am concerned. Some of these retarded ass laws they got, I wonder what jackleg sat up at night in their closet making it. Some of the most stupidest ass shit in the world. And I still don't know. I still can't understand how insurance companies, how we could be forced to go buy something from an insurance company. I've never understood that all my life. They force us to buy it, car insurance, or we get our license taken away, and we get tickets and everything else. I don't understand how they can do that. That just blows my mind. So, as far as I'm concerned, all traffic laws and all that shit need to go away. And make it and give us back our free will. That's part of it. You need to give us back our free will. The free and what I mean by free will is uh, take away all the traffic laws. And if I decide I want to go out and drive, then I should have the right to decide to go out and drive with people that have no traffic laws. But people nowadays just let themselves be told what to do so much. It's not even funny. It blows my mind. I dislike that. There is, but here's the thing: it don't break down how the freedom of travel is done. Uh, so that's why they say driving's a privilege. Yes, I agree, Pennsylvania. The traffic laws are supposed to be for people doing commerce. But here's the thing: as far as the freedom of movement goes, freedom of movement don't say you got the freedom of movement on a horse. It don't say you got the freedom of movement in a car. It don't say you got the freedom of movement with any other device, any device. Okay, that can move you. It just says you have the freedom of movement. That means if they want to be pricks and break it down, your freedom of movement comes from your legs. Okay, that's the way they look at that. Now they can't stop you from walking, um, not legally. So, and that's how that's interpreted too. By the way, that's why they say driving's a privilege. It's not a right. So people that are trying to use cars, yeah, all arms, uh, the right to bear any arms, and it ain't just guns. You're right. So now they don't like that one because that one can be a broadly interpreted thing, as to okay, one thing that can be considered bearing arms is owning a tank that can fire. Okay. um, so they really don't like that one. That one can be interpreted to our helpfulness instead of theirs. Um, so they don't particularly care for that one. And that's why they want the right to bear arms taken and amended, and our right taken away to bear arms. There you go. That is an arm. You're right. And it don't matter what arms you're talking about. It could be a bayonet. It could be anything from a little bitty pocket knife, half-inch long, all the way up to a Black Hawk helicopter if you can afford it, and everything in between that. And that's what the Constitution states. My legs still hurt. Damn it. All right, Gen 2, you have a good sleep then. Hopefully that'll help you get some good sleep. I've been on here almost 2 hours, believe it or not. I can't believe that. Wow. Yeah, loves and hugs back to you, Jen. Yeah, Joe, Pennsylvania ousting tyrants. That's a good guy right there. So if you want to subscribe to him, he comes on a lot in the morning, early, and I'm on his channel a lot. That's a good guy right there. He just does what we're doing right now, just bullshit sessions and talking, and that's it. You know what I mean? He'll ride his bike, he'll walk, he'll do stuff like that while doing it. But I would subscribe to him if I was you.
I just did.
Okay. I got you another subscriber, Pot. See, I don't just get subscribers by talking for people in the community. I talk outside the community and get you subscribers. You're welcome, bro. But yeah, I've gotten a few people to actually start looking into our community around here, which is really that's a big thing to me. Um, I try to support our community that way, to get people to so they understand, you know. Well, I could tell you now, after what I just seen on that video that I downloaded, uh, I hope Felicia Hemming or Hemorrhoid or whatever you want to call him gets a hold of my ass. Because I let him know what I feel about him. So yeah, I hope you take a look at that too, because that son of a bitch pissed me off in that. And I guarantee you, he won't walk on me like I've heard him walk on others on their channel. He won't intimidate me like he did poor little old Patrick, who was dwarfed by the fat fucker. Okay? Patrick ain't a very big guy at all. Yeah, I heard about that type of shit. Yeah. Yeah, who's cooking breakfast? We're coming over. uh, but yeah, yeah, that's my buddy right there, Pot. Jody's my buddy there. That I just got subscribed. You got him to subscribe to you. Um, but yeah, I heard about a little bit about that Pot and how they were trying to force you to uh, choose who you had as friends and everything else like that. That's fucking that shit's bullshit, bro. And I'd like to see him try that with me. Because I'll record that shit and I'll put it on YouTube for y'all. Is what I'll do. Because I guarantee you that some bitch won't. Yeah, Jody's just now getting in. He's learning. He but he has a few similar views that we have. He he don't mind a good cop, but he's just like us and hates a bad cop. uh, so he is new, but he got a good understanding from me about what the community's about and things like that. Well, you're probably right on that because a good cop can't really sit and deal with the tyranny of a bad cop, so they quit, just like my uncle did. My uncle, as soon as they did a big changeover um, in the game and fish that he was a game warden. Yeah, see, that's why my uncle couldn't do that. He was told by a superior uh, before he quit that he had to, if he didn't like what was going on, he needed to leave the scene. Okay, because he turned the cop in for the bad cop in for my uncle turned the bad cop in to the superiors for being excessive. And the superior said, well, if you didn't like what was going on, you should have left the scene. And they didn't do nothing to that bad cop. And my uncle put in his 2-week notice, did not go back out in the field for those 2 weeks, and then he left. So that's how a good cop, the only way a good cop could deal with it, and remain a good cop, is to quit.
They is a good cop. You know where he's at?
Where?
All dead cops are good.
There you go.
That's why I said I got to disagree with y'all on that one where it says I have to disagree with y'all.
Right.
On the cop deal.
Right.
Any cop that's dead, that's a good cop because he can't be dirty no more.
There you go. You got a point, Jody.
I mean, it's bad to say it that way, but it's true.
Yeah, you're right. You got a point. You got a point. But we don't want the cops really to die.
Well, no, but I mean, hey, they do it to themselves.
Yes, there you go. Anything that they get is karma. That's it.
That's it.
It was like one of the guys yesterday. He says he did not threaten a guy. I'm trying to remember the exact wording because it wasn't a threat. He says, I hope you get what you got coming to you. Mm-hmm. I think is how he says it. It wasn't no threat.
I heard a fucking boat.
Yeah, it's the old man on the little Chinook. Yeah.
I was hearing it. I was sitting here and I said, I hear a boat.
Yep. Yeah.
Looking, thinking it was that way. And then I just now heard it, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he floats down through here all the time. He fishes all the time down through here. I like that old man. He's even stopped and had coffee with me once.
He helped me get that one boat up out of the river down there that time.
Oh, okay.
That big, loud, noisy boat that I had.
But yeah, the cops, they do bring on a lot of karma to themselves. And that's what we were talking about just a little bit ago. Cops are getting to the point they're getting hated more and more because no one wants to deal with their bullshit no more. They're to the point they're fed up. And if more people knew about the people that did this, the more people that are fed up might start actually doing the same thing and holding them accountable. They say we got transparency because we got cameras and we got this and we got that, and you can FOIA it, and get a request form to get the camera footage and all. Well, 9 times out of 10, when you put in for the camera footage, you either don't get it or it's edited. So there's no reason to get it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we took that spot out because nothing happened there. How do I know that? How do I know? Leave it intact, But that's what they'll tell you and stuff. And then it's missing a crucial piece of evidence of what's going on. So that's why people need to record for themselves, because you can't trust them even on that. Even though it's supposed to be a felony for them to tamper with that stuff, even if they're giving it to you just because you're requesting it to be giving it to you. It's supposed to be a felony even against them, but then they say, "Oh well, it was just a spot that didn't matter nothing," and they get away with it. And that was actually the spot where they split the guy's his skull open or something. You know what I'm saying? And they did it, and then they'll say, "Yeah." Then they'll say, "Yeah, he tried to punch me," and well, the footage would have showed something different. The guy never tried to punch him. They just decided to crack his skull open. Shit like that. So yeah, I don't particularly care for that type of stuff. So that's why that phone right there is a godsend to me on that. It helped me one time, it'll help me again, I'm sure. Because I know I got 2 cops that watch my stream all the time. I'm just waiting on them to try to come after my ass for some stupid reason. You know. They ain't so far, though. I'm surprised. Sorry about that, guys. I got to talking to Jody and didn't keep talking to y'all. But,
Are you done?
me?
Yeah.
No, I'm still on there. What you
Well, I
got?
know you're still on there.
What you got?
Look at your thing. I was using the microphone to talk, and you started talking, so I just shut up and let it pick you up. Everything you just said is on.
There you go. Yeah, Jody just Jody was trying to record something to say, and then he just let me keep talking. That was sort of funny. Yeah.
Now people go wondering, what the hell is this nut talking about?
Yep. Oh man. What a beautiful morning, though. Too bad them clouds that were building up just a little bit ago left. It's gonna get hot again today.
Yeah, it said on the weather thing a minute ago it's supposed to be up to 79, but it's going to be higher than that, I'm sure.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I promise you it's gonna be better than
that.
that.
It's now, and it's still early.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only what, 8:22.
Yeah.
It's probably about 75 degrees now.
Yeah.
So. And the humidity's already up too. I feel sticky from the humidity already.
Yeah.
So. You made coffee, didn't you?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Damn. I'll be right back, guys. I need some coffee. Ow. It's hot too. That shit is hot. But yeah, pot is good. Pot's good, people. He does a lot of walking and does a lot of bike riding, things like that. And he'll have us on the phone, and we'll be going down the road just talking away, watching where Pot's going. You know, or he'll be talking like if he's walking. He'll be talking with us and stuff. So, I love going to Pot Stream. because he's got some beautiful places he goes to too up there in Pennsylvania where he's at. I mean, some real beautiful places. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I had to get some coffee. I pulled a gin tea on you. I came back.
First I put the wheel and I thought,
It's all right.
I said, probably a lot of people don't know about wheels.
Actually, whoever's been on Flow Bros stream, they know me by Will.
Oh, okay.
So
I wasn't thinking about it, and then that's why I went back in there and wrote the same thing, but put Tammy C on that.
right. Yeah. If they've been on Flow Bros stream, they know exactly who you're talking about.
Okay.
Because Flo calls me Will all the time. All right, eggs. I probably ain't gonna stay on much longer. I'm gonna probably get off here for a little while. I'm gonna try to mirror another video. And all, and unfortunately I got to do that on real time with the mirror program that I have. So I'm gonna probably go ahead and get off here. Y'all have a great day. I'll talk to you later.
I'll be screaming later.
And y'all have, I'm gonna go ahead and pull on out of here. Y'all have a great day, guys.